Hey Arc of New Jersey, it's Matthew Locasia with IHT, back with another weekly edition of helpful health tips and exercises for you guys. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I know the week just started, but it's off to a very hot start, and I just want to remind everyone, definitely make sure you stay hydrated in this weather. I know I've said this a few different times this summer, but this is dangerous heat. And sometimes you don't realize how dehydrated your body can get in this kind of weather, especially with the humidity. You are constantly losing fluid, so please drink plenty of water, keep plenty of electrolytes in your body, and fruits and vegetables help a lot. Bananas, things like that, high in potassium, can really help maintain your body's hydration and energy levels and keep you safe. So for us at IHT, please do all those things. And today we're actually going to go over some circular band exercises. I know not everyone has these, but they're a great tool. They're super cheap. You can get them online. You can get them at most stores. Much like the resistance bands we use, they work the same way, except they're circular. So I'll show you a few different ways that this is beneficial, but as always, before I show them to you, anything we go over here, please make sure to do it safely, do it properly. If you're not sure, rewatch the video, make sure you're doing it right. If it still doesn't feel right, reach out to us. Don't do it if you're not sure if you're doing it right, or if it doesn't feel like you're doing it right. Reach out to us at IHT. We can be reached at 908-875-3241. info@inhometrainermatt.com is our email, and of course inhometrainermatt.com is the website, and you can reach us through the contact portal. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into these. And before I even start, you know the name of the game: slow and steady wins the race. None of these exercises are meant to be done super fast. They're meant to be done using muscle control and not momentum. Speed is not the name of the game ever in this. It's all about muscle control and making sure you're using the proper muscles. So please listen as well as visually watch. Make sure you're listening to my cues for what muscles to use. So the first one, and the most simple one, is taking this band in your hand. And by the way, just like the resistance bands, some of them can be color-coded. These ones actually say on them. I'm using an extra light one for the video, but they go all the way up to extra heavy. If you haven't used them before, if you haven't done these exercises before, start as light as possible. Get the motion of the exercise down, just like I say with the resistance bands, and then you can always add resistance. You can go up another band or level, but you don't need to go that heavy with resistance. You just need to use proper form and proper speed. So the first one we're going to do with my super cool neon green extra light band is we're going to hold it one hand on each side, and I'm gripping through the band. And what I'm going to do with my elbows tucked in, just so you see my elbows are tucked in, I'm going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and I'm going to pull apart while keeping the elbows tucked in, and then nice and slow, bring back in. Look how slow we come back in. Just like that, nice and slow. I'm pulling apart to where I feel comfortable, and as I'm pulling apart, I want to feel like I'm using my triceps, which is this muscle right here that runs through the arms and the back of the arms. And I want to feel like I'm using my chest muscles. I want to feel like I'm pulling them apart, and I want to feel like I'm pulling my back muscles back and together simultaneously. It's a big word for me. And then as we bring it in, I want to squeeze those chest muscles together slowly. I want to let the back muscles release, and then we restart. Elbows stay in, nice and slow, as much as you can tuck them. If they come out a little bit like mine just did, that's fine, as long as you're not way out here with it. Nice and slow. Don't No need to go too far. Actually, as far as I just went is about as far as you would want to go with these. Maybe even a little too far there, trainer Matt. Right about there. And again, nice and slow. Squeeze those muscles on the way in. Again, as we pull apart, we feel like we're bringing the back muscles together, the chest muscles separate. You want to feel it in the side and back of your arms, and then nice and slow on the way in, breathing out. Good. Okay, another way to do that. And it's going to feel completely different, believe it or not, just from the different positioning here of the arms. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our forearms up like this, and we are going to allow our arms to go out a little bit here. And what you really want to do is get this band just below the wrist. You don't want it on the wrist because you don't want to irritate or possibly, injure your wrist because you're pulling too hard on it. So about right below the wrist on the forearms, we're going to go out and back, and then slowly back together. This one I'm going to do from the side a couple times because I think, see how I'm letting it press against my chest as I go back? Just like that. Keeping the elbows up, forearms up, back, together. You guys, you could do this one without a band even. You could try some first without the band and then add the band in later. This one, we're going nice and slow out and nice and slow in. We don't want to go past right here. There's no reason to try and get your arms back behind your body with this. If you're letting the band press against your chest, it won't allow you to anyway. So, back slowly, forward slowly. Back slowly, and you can keep your hands open, you can close them if you want, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Nice and slow both ways. Breathe out. In through the nose. Breathe out. In through the nose. Again. And notice even there, see I let my elbows drop a little bit there. Keep them up, Matt. There you go, better job, buddy. See, I'll coach myself through it too, guys. The best thing you can do as a trainer is notice when your own form is getting a little sloppy. Again, from the sides, coming back, not going back further than that, because I don't want to hurt my shoulders, and I also don't want to pop a resistance band on camera with you guys watching. You should feel this in the back muscles. Again, just like last one, bringing the back muscles back in together, pulling the chest muscles, feeling like you're pulling them apart. And believe it or not, even with the positioning, the different positioning of the hands, you still should feel it in your triceps. Back. Let's do one more. Back and forward. Beautiful, guys. All right, well, those arms are probably a little sore from those two. So let's show you guys a quick leg exercise you could do with these. And with the leg ones, I want to caution you, balance is the name of the game here. It's very easy to trip, so make sure you have a safe space to do these in. Make sure there's no objects you can hurt yourself on around, tables, chairs, edges of things, anything where you can hurt yourself. And I advise you to start by maybe even holding on to something and doing an exercise where you can kind of brace something, maybe like a chair or the wall as you do this. Just practice safety because, again, having a band around your legs can obviously be dangerous if you're not cautious. So what we're going to do here, one band, or one leg, two legs. Now, what I want to do is untwist it a little bit so my leg hairs don't get ripped off. Right below the knees is good. You can either go right below or right above the knees. For this, I'm going to go right below. It's a little bit different of a feel. It's the same exercise, but it might give a little different of a feel. You can try both out. Again, just not on the knees. You don't want the band pulling on that joint as you're doing it, so just right above or right below. Much like the forearm one, if you noticed, I let it drop a couple times so it didn't hike up on the wrist here. If it starts hiking up on the knee, you'll notice I'll go like this and just pull it down just a little bit. So what we're gonna do, very simple guys, we're gonna take one step to the right, one step to the left, slide to the left, slide to the right. No, we're actually gonna step, you don't wanna slide. Not a big step, we're just gonna lift our right foot a little bit. See that separation there? That's where the leg muscles work. This is probably the first one you guys will be able to go a little heavier with, but again, start light, get the motion down, then you can try a little heavier. So now we're separated. Now I'm gonna bring this foot over, my left foot over, so that I'm back to starting position. And now I'm gonna go that way. 1, 2. Right foot, left foot. Left foot, right foot. And we wanna keep the knees slightly bent. You don't need to be in a squat here, but we don't want to be straight-legged. A, you're going to lose your balance easier, and B, again, it's not as beneficial for the lower body. If you're straight-legged, it's not beneficial to anything. You're going to hurt your knees and your back. So keep a little bend in the legs. You could do about a quarter squat if you want. And again, right, left, right. Nice and slow. Again, not a race, not a dance. We're trying to really feel, you should feel it in your hips. You should feel it in your butt muscles. You might even feel it in the quads and the hamstrings. Nice and slow. The slower you go with this, just like any resistance band exercise, the better. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. And I'm pretty staying in place here, but I'm just going to lower just a little bit. Left, right. One more for good measure. Right, left, keeping those knees slightly bent. Left, right. With that one, you just want to breathe normally, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So there you go, guys. There's 3. Let's see if I can do a kick flip real quick. Up. Yeah, almost. 3 great band exercises for you guys. Try them out. Again, safety first. Make sure you're doing them right. Make sure you're doing them nice and slow. Make sure you watch this video and pay attention to the details before you attempt them. Start light, and you can work your way up from there, Arca, New Jersey. And as always, any questions you may have, info@inhometrainermatt.com is the email. 908-875-3241 is the cell phone number, or In-Home Trainer Matt through the contact portal. Of course, again, we are here to help at IHT, so let us know any questions you have about this video, the Friday classes, or any health and exercise related questions. And I will actually see you guys on Friday, I believe, right? It's me this Friday. Think so. No, it's Kristen again. It's Kristen again, isn't it? Yeah, it's Kristen again. All right, couple more weeks, Ark. Couple more weeks, we'll be reunited, and it'll feel so good. And I won't subject you to any more singing. Try these out. Hope you like them. Do them safely, and they'll be done effectively, I promise. Have a great night, Ark.